My name is David Bell. I just retired as the Senior Minister of the Interfaith Center for Spiritual Growth.
Congratulations.
Thank you. An organization I started 20 years ago. And it was definitely not on the life chart when I started out. I went to, I had an undergraduate degree in accounting, went to U of M Law School, and got a CPA certificate after law school, and practiced law, and I was enjoying myself being a yuppie. And I had a t-shirt that said, "He who dies with the most toys wins." So I was in the process of collecting toys.
Sure.
And I had walked away from Christianity as a 16-year-old, knowing that I was being conned by a bunch of hypocrites. Because nobody could answer the question about, well, why is it that the God of love is requiring a blood sacrifice to keep from killing the rest of us miserable sinners? And I couldn't get a straight answer to that. And I said, okay, if that's who God is, I don't need that. So I'm done with that. And I was a card-carrying atheist. And then in my early 40s, my daughter is 16 years old at the time, and we were at Interlaken listening to my daughter's orchestra play the Beethoven's Ninth Symphony and enjoying it very much. And all of a sudden, I had this amazing understanding. Tears are rolling down my cheeks, and I'm just stunned to learn something that I couldn't possibly have dreamed of asking. And what I was given to understand was that underneath everything that you see in the physical universe is a matrix of magnificence. And the tears are rolling down my cheeks, and my wife is next to me saying, "Are you okay? Do we have to leave?" And we got this. And so 4.5 hours later, we're driving home to Ann Arbor and talking and trying to figure out, so who did this to me? Where did this come from? How did this happen? And it set me off on a path of opening myself to try and figure it out. Logical left brain.
You
A
were
degree
an
in accounting,
right?
CPA, lawyer. I gotta figure this out. And I couldn't figure it out. And I found myself in a metaphysical church, and again, people said, "You should become a minister." And I said, "Don't say that to me. That's not allowed." And
Was it
one
part
thing
of your
led
path?
to another. And I had some more mystical experiences, and I want to tell you about the last one, which happened about 10 years ago. And I think that all of these experiences came as a result of trying to recover from being an atheist. And they led me to a conclusion that there is a world of spirit, and that there is a God of love, and that nothing should be getting in the way of that, and not any fear-based teaching. So this last experience happened about 10 years ago. I was at a workshop in Chelsea, sponsored by Deep Spring. Barbara Brodsky was there channeling Aaron, who was a wonderful entity, and Judith Coates from Tacoma, Washington, channeling Jesus. So I said, okay, who wants my football ticket? It was a Purdue football game, and I'm done with football for today. I'm going to this workshop. And I'm just enjoying the workshop, and Jesus starts coming through Judith, and the tears start rolling down my cheeks. And I'm, what? I came here to learn something. What am I learning? And Jesus is talking about his favorite thing to do these days is to project an image into the world. He said, sometimes I just walk around the mall smiling at people. And if they're having a really bad day, I put my hand on their shoulder, just to give them a boost. And you mean I have to pay attention to who's walking around Briarwood? I got to know whether or not Jesus is smiling at me? So the opportunity to ask questions came. Oh, call on me. I happen to have a painting of Jesus that was done by a world-famous portrait artist as a result of him projecting an image into her studio.
Sure.
And I said, oh, I got to ask you this question. Did the image that you projected into Glenda Green's studio, was that historically accurate? Or, did you just do it to give her a boost? And he walked over and was standing a few feet in front of me, and the tears start rolling down my cheeks again. And he said, actually, it was for two purposes. The first purpose is I wanted my people to know what I look like. And the second purpose is a call to remembrance. For indeed, my beloved brother, you and I knew each other. Okay, so I'm done talking for the rest of the day. I am thunderstruck. I cannot even begin to imagine that one of my karmic ancestors was connected with Jesus in real life, in the lifetime in which he became rather famous.
Sure.
So I happened to learn later on from Aaron in a private session that I had been a rabbi in Jerusalem 2,000 years ago, and that I had given up on Judaism because of the fear-based teachings, just the way I had given up on Christianity on the fear-based teachings. And I said, oh man, nothing's changed. And all of these experiences were designed by Spirit, there's no question in my mind about this, in order to help me get comfortable with being an advocate for a world of spirit and spirituality and giving up on my resistance. If you think I went to seminary joyfully, it was dragged kicking and screaming,
So the
So-
atheist went to seminary.
Hmm?
The atheist went to
The
seminary.
atheist went to seminary and became an advocate for spiritual growth, and that's the purpose of the whole thing. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Beautiful. Thank you.
You bet.